Hello, operator. Can you please connect me with OTR Halloween Holidaze? I don't want to miss this episode of the Bah Ghoulie Show.
And now, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense. In a moment, Act One of Devilstone, starring Christopher Carey and Neil Fitzgerald, and written especially for Suspense by Jonathan Bundy. This portion of Suspense is brought to you by the makers of Parliament cigarettes. Listen, more and more people are smoking to this tune every day.
Parliament gives you extra margin. Parliament gives you extra margin. The filter's recessed and made to stay neat and clean. Quarter inch away. Parliament gives you extra margin. Parliament gives you extra margin. You're smoking neat. You're smoking clean with Parliament today.
My name is Martin, Timothy Martin. I live here in Dublin, and very nicely too, thanks to a considerable inheritance and sale of the family estate in County Kilkenny, which brought a very good price. I have a comfortable cottage, a faithful manservant by the name of Evetts, and everything else I need to live an easy, contented life, and without the need of applying myself to any sort of labor. Even my financial matters are no bother to me. They're handled by a penny-pinching old solicitor by the name of Ian Carney. And mine was a contented life. Until, that is. Until a long-forgotten uncle died and left me some property he'd owned but never lived on up in County Fermanagh near Inniskillen. A place known as Devilstone. And then... But let me digress for a moment. I should say, let me seem to digress for a moment. And remember this, please. For it may have much to do with the strange, terrifying tale I'm about to tell you. Deep under St. Michael's Church, here in Dublin, is a crypt. It possesses most amazing properties. In it lie scores of bodies in a state of perfect preservation, albeit they are hundreds of years old. The old ones used to say it's due to some wondrous form of black magic. But modern science, modern chemistry, has exploded that ancient belief, has shown that certain gases generated by the unusual composition of the dark, dank earth in which the crypt is located, those gases have produced this amazing phenomenon. Very well. Now, a few days ago, I called Mr. Carney, my solicitor, on the telephone.
I've been hoping you'd call me, Timothy. I wish to speak with you about that house and property in County Fermanagh that your uncle left you.
Well, I've certainly no desire to move away from Dublin, Mr. Carney, so I've decided to rent out the old place.
Rent it out?
And why not, sir?
You really think you can?
Well, I'm quite certain I can.
I doubt it.
Well, as a matter of fact, an American couple by the name of Stoker left here only yesterday for a look at it.
I see.
I expect they'll be back here a moment now to agree to lease it for the summer.
Timothy, you, showed them the pictures and description of the place?
Yesterday morning. They were so intrigued by them, they were all for signing a lease then and there.
You'd better to have taken their money and let them do it, my boy.
Oh?
Aye.
I'm sure I don't see why. Well, surely they're entitled to look at the place over before they take it. After all, Mr. Carney, never having been there myself, there wasn't too much I could tell them about Devilstone.
Exactly as it should be, Timothy.
Well, I'm afraid I don't understand you, sir.
I mean that now, my boy. You will never rent it to them, nor to anyone else who goes there.
Why not? Now, why do you say that, Mr. Carney? Well?
You don't know?
Well, of course I don't know.
Then perhaps your tenants, I should say erstwhile prospective tenants, will tell you, if you ever see them again.
Now, what do you mean by... Oh, excuse me a moment, Mr. Carney. Yes, what is it, Evetts?
I beg your pardon, sir, but there's a Mr. Stoker here to see you.
Stoker?
Yes, sir. And if I may say so, he appears to be quite excited about something, rather angry.
Hello?
Shall I tell him you're busy and suggest he see you another time?
Timothy?
Yes? No, Evetts. Have him come in, please.
Very good, sir.
Hello, Timothy.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Carney, but I've someone here to see me.
No, about Devilstone, Timothy.
I think I'd better call you back.
Very well, if you like. But there is something about Devilstone, its history, that you might not be cognizant of.
Well, I'll get back to you shortly.
Timothy!
Goodbye, sir.
Well,
At least you didn't try to skip out on me.
Mr. Stoker, how are you? Nice to see you again.
Oh, it is, eh?
Did you and your wife get over to look at Devilstone as you'd planned?
We certainly did. And by heaven, Martin, if this is your idea of some practical joke...
My what?
Sending me alone to that ungodly place would have been bad enough. But my wife... Martin, you ought to be horsewhipped.
No, wait, please.
I'll have you know that as a result of your having let her go there, you and your twisted sense of humor...
What?
What is the matter with you, anyway? The poor woman nearly went out of her mind.
Mr. Stoker,
She still hasn't recovered from it. Sure, I got her back to Dublin all right. But the doctor has ordered her to bed. Had to give her strong sedatives. Now, I warn you, young man, if she doesn't recover completely...
just a minute, Mr. Stoker.
Oh, don't bother, Martin. The less you say, the less I have to see of you from here on out, the better. Here are the keys to that place.
Now, look here, Mr...
Goodbye, Martin. If I ever see you again, it will be in a court of law.
Believe me, Mr. Stoker, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you so upset about?
Oh, you don't, eh?
Do you mean to say there's something wrong with Devilstone?
And do you mean to say that you, the owner of it, don't know?
You don't know what, sir?
You don't know that ungodly place is haunted?
What?
You heard me. Haunted.
Could I possibly have heard right, sir? Haunted. Was that what he said, Mr. Martin? Haunted?
Yes, that's what he said.
Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, I beg your pardon, sir. But really, it's too amusing.
Perfectly all right, Everett. You go right ahead and laugh, and I'll join you. Well, that's about an absurd excuse I've ever heard.
Excuse me, sir. You don't think he meant it?
But the Devilstone is haunted? How could he? Haunted houses went out of fashion 100 years ago. No, Everett, it was simply a silly excuse for not leasing the place. Well, now that he and his wife have had a look at it. But what an excuse. Does he think that we Irish are nothing but a lot of stupid, superstitious idiots?
Quite right, sir.
What?
I mean, of course not, sir.
Well, anyhow, it's completely ridiculous. So we'll simply forget it. Forget about the Stokers. Place an advertisement in the papers and find ourselves some other tenants.
Yes, sir.
Maybe we'd best reduce the rate on it a bit. Perhaps that's what scared them off.
No, that could be, sir.
Or who knows? And perhaps Devilstone isn't in as good condition as we've been led to believe. But can you imagine anyone coming up with an excuse so patently absurd, so completely asinine, and so utterly foolish, and expecting us to believe him, to take him seriously?
Yes? What is it, sir?
Everts, the truth now.
Yes?
Do you believe? Do you think? Possibly. Oh, no. No, of course not. It couldn't be. And yet, could that have been what Mr. Carney was talking about, or at least implying?
Mr. Carney, the solicitor?
Yes.
But Mr. Carney seems to be a man of good sense.
He was so definite about it, though. When he told me I should have let them do what they wanted after they saw the pictures, sign a lease immediately.
Before they even saw Devilstone?
Yes. They would have, you know. They would have signed and paid a couple of months' rent, and Mr. Carney said I was wrong in not letting them do it, in not getting what I could, and immediately.
Would it have been completely ethical, no?
You mean if something is wrong with the place?
But haunted, sir.
No, of course not. Ridiculous.
Oh, of course.
And yet, well, there's one way to find out.
Yes. Shall I put in a call to Mr. Carney?
No. By doing that, I'd be admitting that I might believe in such ridiculous possibility. No, Everts. You and I will drive up to Devilstone and we'll investigate ourselves.
Capital, sir. A splendid idea.
You like it, eh?
Well, never having seen the place either of us, and after Mr. Stoker's reaction to it, it might be quite exciting, sir.
Let's see now. If we leave right away, we should be able to reach Devilstone by nightfall.
Yes, sir.
So fetch the car and a couple of flashlights, too.
Very good, sir.
And perhaps I'd better take along a pistol, just in case. And of course...
What, sir?
Well, to conduct our investigation in the ghostly place and style, we'll take along one of the dogs with us. Say, Red Kim of Heatherscote.
An excellent idea, sir.
Now, let's get underway.
Yes, sir.
Well, Everts, if the man at the petrol station told us right, the rambling old mansion you now see before you is Devilstone.
Yes. I see.
Now, what kind of a reaction is that?
Not a gloomy old place, if I may say so, sir.
Now, don't you start conjuring up some ghosts.
Even Kim apparently finds nothing particularly friendly about it.
Now, look, Evans. if you're going to become superstitious about Devilstone,
Oh, no, sir.
come along, we'll have a look at it. Come along, Kim, come along, boy. Now, let me see if I can unlock this door.
Here, sir, here. I'll hold the flash on it for you.
Good. I believe this is the key. Well, the door is already ajar.
Why, yes, sir. So I see.
Well, come along, you two. Come on, Kim.
He's protesting rather vehemently, sir.
We'll just get him inside and we'll close the door.
Yes, sir.
Kim! What the devil's the matter with you? Oh, come now, boy. Are you a dog or a mouse?
He most certainly is frightened of something, sir.
Yes. He doesn't look like a ghost hunter crouched down there in the corner that way.
And if I remember the pictures correctly, this door here should lead to a small, enclosed court, sir. And my word.
It's just another night bird, Evarts. Don't let it bother you. Now, do you mind telling me why did you do that?
I beg your pardon.
What? Why, you're still over there at the door. And yet, I distinctly felt something or someone bump against my shoulder.
And I thought someone walked on past me. Look here, Mr. Martin.
Yes? What is it?
In the mud, out there in the court. Shine your light on it, sir, where mine is.
Why, yes. Footprints. Big ones. And fresh.
And do you see, more of them are being made even as we look at them.
No.
And yet there's no one there to make them.
Impossible.
I know, sir.
But you're right, Evans. You're right. Back inside now, and quickly.
Yes, sir.
Now, whatever is making those footsteps can't follow us.
It does feel a bit safer in here.
No wonder Kim is frightened. There were things like that going on. But why? And how?
Do you suppose, sir, that one of the old lamps could be lighted?
Well, if they have any oil in them. And it shouldn't take us long to find out if they... Oh, now, wait a minute. Now, what are we acting this way for? It's trickery, that's all it is. It's trickery.
But by whom, sir? And why?
Well, that is something we shall have to find out. Now, where is Kim? Oh, there he is, still in the corner.
Sick with fright. Do you suppose, sir?
No, nonsense. Whoever it was that scared Stoker and his wife out of here is trying to scare us now. And I mean to find him out.
But the dog, sir. And if it's true about them and that there is a ghost...
Nonsense. No. We'll just look about here. Where? Now what's the matter?
That door. At the other end.
What?
Behind you. It's opening by itself into a small room beyond.
Good. Then we shall start our investigation in that room. Well, are you coming?
Yes, sir.
Oh, clumsy. Now you dropped your flashlight.
I didn't, sir. I didn't. It was knocked out in my hand.
It what?
Honest it was, sir. I swear it, sir.
Now, Evarts, don't be silly. Go on back in there and get it.
I really rather not, sir, if you don't mind. Oh, the door. It's closed by itself. And now we're locked in.
Oh, we are, eh? Who did this? Who closed this door? Who's there? Who's there, I say?
same one.
What?
The same thing.
What are you talking about?
The same thing that struck your shoulder, that made the footprints in the mud, and that frightened poor Kim so badly.
And frightened you, too. Well, I say it's trickery. Trickery. It has to be. Who's doing this? Answer me. Answer me.
You'd best begone.
What?
You'd best begone.
Yes. Yes. I guess we'd better.
Yes, sir.
No. Not a bit of it.
Please, sir. Please, in the name of heaven, sir.
No. We're going to stay right here, Evetts, until we find out.
You'd best begone.
No. Not until we learn just what's going on and... Where's that voice coming from?
I've tried to warn you.
Oh, please, sir.
They've tried to scare us, that's all. Tried to scare us.
Yes,
Yes.
so that you'd leave this place.
Why?
Because if you do not, you will suffer the same fate as the dog.
Kim? Fate? What are you talking about?
Look, sir. The door is opening.
Yes, look. In the light of the flash that was dropped in there.
Kim! Evetts. Kim is dead.
Then, Mr. Martin... Oh, please, sir, I beg of you.
Who did this? Who did this? Show yourself.
Yes, I will show myself. Look.
What? Oh, look, sir. Out of thin air.
Yes, I see him.
Mr. Martin.
Yes. All right, we'll leave. Come along, Evetts. Come on. Yes, Mr. Carney. I thought at first it was trickery, or perhaps some kind of joint hallucination by Evetts and myself, induced perhaps by the gloomy atmosphere of the old house, and whatever it was that Stoker had said about his wife and her being so terrified.
No, my boy.
But when it actually happened, that he actually appeared there before us out of thin air, this misty, tenuous, impalpable figure, and then when we found there wasn't so much as a little mark on Kim, the dog, who up to that moment had been as healthy as I. But why didn't you tell me about whatever it is in that inhabits that place when I talked to you on the phone?
I tried to, Timothy, but you cut me off. And after all, I'd known about it only as a legend from hearsay.
And he was a huge man and powerful, this ghost.
Yes, I should say it was Jason O'Flynn, your ancestor, who built the place for his wife. It was to have been her castle.
Was?
Yes. But the first day she sought to enter into it, she fell, tripped upon the threshold, she struck her head, and she never regained consciousness.
I see.
The doctor was summoned, did all he could for her, there in a smaller room off the main salon.
Yes?
But she died that night. And then Jason O'Flynn swore by the book that no one would live in that house but he, until his body turned to dust. He walked out of that little room then, and was never seen again. And ever since that time... But now you know the rest.
Wait.
Yes?
Until his body turns to dust.
His own words.
And he wasn't seen to leave.
No. What are you thinking of, Timothy?
I'm going back there, Mr. Carney, tomorrow in daylight. I just don't get it.
And I certainly found no signs of hollow walls or hidden panels on the floors above, sir.
And yet, Evetts, somewhere close to that small room.
Don't you think it's best we simply leave the place and...
No. No one but he.
What?
Until his body turned to dust.
What, sir?
And although there must have been other people about, he wasn't seen to leave. And to me, Evetts, that means only one thing. Somewhere in this house lies the key to this mystery.
But We've been here most of the day, sir, and we've found nothing. And it's getting on towards dusk.
I know. But until I find some...
Oh, sorry, sir. Let me help you. Old rug was so badly wrinkled, it's no wonder you tripped.
Wait. Evarts. Listen.
A very hollow floor, I should say.
Here. Help me fold this rug back.
Yes, sir.
Here now. And look. A sort of trapdoor. And fitted in the floor so tightly.
Yes.
And this. It looks like a seal around the edge.
Why, yes, sir. And a heavy lifting ring.
Well, then give me a hand. We'll see if we can raise it. Now.
Oh, it's very tight, sir.
Yes. But the seal is giving way a little. Put everything you have into it now. Good. We made it.
Must be fetid horrid odor coming up out of that place.
Yes. Yes, Evarts. Like that in the caves, or the catacombs under St. Michael's.
You mean where all the bodies and...
Yes. Quickly now. The flashlight. Give it to me.
Here, sir.
Now, look down there on the earthen floor below. Do you see? The wrists are cut. He killed himself.
No, it's he. It's the ghost that we saw.
Yes, Evarts. The body of Jason O'Flynn. And so perfectly preserved as though he died only moments ago.
Oh, it's horrid.
Until his body turned to dust, he said.
So we know now that we've found it. So please, sir, let's leave this place.
Wait, Evarts. Wait. Do you see? Now the fresh air has reached it.
Oh, good Lord.
Yes. The color is leaving the cheeks. The pallor of death is taking its place. And yes, now, at long last, the body will turn to dust. No longer will Jason O'Flynn walk the night. Requiescat in pace.
Suspense. You've been listening to Devilstone, starring Christopher Carey and Neil Fitzgerald, and written especially for Suspense by Jonathan Bundy. Suspense is produced and directed by Fred Hendrickson. Heard in tonight's story were Gilbert Mack, Walter Grisey, Reynold Osborne, and Frank Milano. Music supervision by Ethel Huber. Sound patterns by Walter Otto. Technical direction by Fred Cusick. Associate Director, Bernie Seabrooks. This is Stuart Metz speaking. Every weekday evening, Chris Schenkel is anchorman for a globe-girdling roundup of first-hand reports on sports activities everywhere. Make this your address for worldwide sports every weeknight. He who laughs oftenest hears Arthur Godfrey Time weekdays on the CBS Radio Network.
It's intermission time at the Bah Ghoulie Show. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for some hot popcorn? How's about your favorite soft drinks, which are sparkling cold? And there's all kinds of candy to tempt you. It's radio time, folks. Enjoy the rest of the program. Hope you're enjoying today's radio program. When it's done, be sure to check out our channel over at Watchwaddle. Enjoy some tunes with a nice cold soda. The following is a PSA from Watchwaddle Productions. Now that autumn is here, be prepared for the day of mischievous pranks and disobedient escapades. That is October 30th.
Happy Mischief Night!
Halloween Eve. Before the tricks and the treats, there's Mischief Night. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We now return you to the Bah Ghoulie Show on OTR Halloween Holidaze.
Dark Destiny. The lives of some are doomed from the beginning. There are souls born beneath dark stars who must travel by strange and terrible roads to meet their destinies. This is the tale of one of these. The story we've called Masquerade.
Isn't this the most fantastic party?
Well, fantastic's as good a word as any for it.
A Halloween party in a haunted house. Gives me shivers just to think about it.
Well, then, why think about it? Powder your nose and let's go see if we can pry our husbands away from Jerry Mason's bar.
Oh, Jane, you're so hard-boiled. You're never impressed by anything.
A mob of people dressed up in silly costumes, busily drinking someone else's liquor leaves me cold, darling.
Well, it doesn't me. I think it's fun. Suppose this house Jerry found really is haunted.
Well, there are plenty of spirits around tonight, but they're all in bottles. Take it from little Janie.
Just the same, it is spooky, and it makes me feel a little frightened. Doesn't it you, Helen?
What? Oh, what'd you say, Sally?
I said, aren't you just a little bit frightened by this old house?
Yes. Yes, I am. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
For gosh sakes, Helen, you look as if you had the heebie-jeebies. You're as pale as if you'd seen a real ghost, instead of that silly-looking butler Judson dressed up in a sheet.
Well, I wish Jerry never thought of this party.
It's what, Helen?
Nothing. I'm being silly. Let's go out and have fun. I didn't make this witch's costume to sit around in.
I second the motion. Why waste time now, Helen? Especially since your husband will be here any minute.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing. Except that I certainly couldn't have any fun if all my husband did was stand around watching me out of cold, fishy eyes, the way Carl watches you.
Now, stop it, Jane. There's a party going on, remember? So let's go back to it.
Oh, there they are. Hey, what took you girls so long? Come on, Jerry's going to make a speech.
All right.
What do we got to lose?
Yes, let's.
Come on, then. Let's wait for the speech, everybody. Organist, music, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean fellow witches, wizards, vampires, werewolves, and whatever other unholy creatures we may have with us tonight. Now, the meeting will please come to order. I will now state the purpose of our gathering. Tonight is All Hallows Eve, better known as Halloween. Now, wait a minute. On Halloween, ghosts, witches, and uneasy spirits of all kind are privileged to walk abroad. Vampires and werewolves may hold high holiday. The restless dead may step back from the great beyond and mingle with the living for a night.
Isn't Jerry a scream?
He sure is.
Quiet now. We, the living, have long been remiss in our hospitality to the unfortunate spooks, whose only amusement is to go around on Halloween saying boo at people. So tonight, by way of making amends, we all invite all ghosts, vampires,
poltergeists, or other invisible spirits to join us. Accordingly, I, as host, extend the full hospitality of Haunted Hall to all such otherworld inhabitants who may be in the neighborhood and wish to drop in. If any such are about, make yourselves at home.
What's the matter, Helen?
I felt so cold just then. What time is it? Carl ought to have finished with his business meeting and be here by now.
Well, it's not quite 10. He'll get here on time. You'll see.
When midnight strikes, we'll have a little seance. And then, if we have any ghostly guests with us tonight, we'll make them show themselves to us. But now let's have music. To suit the mood of the evening, all music has to come from the organ, which stood in the attic here for 40 years, and gave out ghostly chords whenever there was to be a death in the family. Organist, few ghostly chords, please. Come on, Jane, let's dance.
Organ music, imagine.
Helen, are you all right? You're shivering.
Yes, I'm all right, Sally. Just a little cold.
Okay, then, but take it easy. Well, I gotta go find my darling spouse. I'll see you later.
Yes.
Helen.
Jerry, I didn't see you.
Don't look so guilty. People will suspect something.
I'm sorry, Jerry.
Come on, we'll dance. And we can duck and talk someplace.
Jerry.
Don't talk now. Somebody might overhear you. Dance over toward the hall and then slip into the library. You can have some privacy there before Carl comes. Oh, darling, I've been waiting 2 weeks for a chance to be alone with you again.
Jerry, I've been waiting, too.
I know. After tonight, we'll never have to wait again. Here's the hall. Come on now, the library door's on this side. I don't think a soul saw us. Get inside so I can shut the door. There. See if you can find the light switch.
Here it is.
Good. No one's apt to interrupt us here, and we've such a few minutes. Carl phoned only 15 minutes ago that he's on his way. At the terrific rate he drives, he'll be here before we know it. If he only knew how often I've prayed that he'd drive off the road some night and break his neck.
Oh, Jerry. Jerry.
Oh, darling.
Hold me in your arms, Jerry. Hold me tight. I'm frightened.
Frightened? Because of Carl?
Yes, I don't know if I can go through with it.
But we have to. There isn't any other way.
Couldn't we just go away together?
Darling, my business is here, my work. We have to go through with our plans just as we made them.
But maybe if Carl would let me divorce him...
Carl never. You know that. He'd die first. So that's exactly what he has to do. Die.
Oh, there must be some way.
But there isn't. Oh, darling, there's nothing to be afraid of. Nothing, understand?
To commit murder.
Don't think of it like that. We're just getting rid of someone who's made your life miserable. Someone who stands between us and all our happiness. Now listen.
Yes, Jerry.
This party tonight, this silly Halloween masquerade, I planned it carefully to make it easy and safe to get Carl out of the way.
Easy and safe? How?
There are 24 people wandering around this old house in silly costumes, wearing masks. Nobody can be sure who anybody else really is unless they actually speak to
But
him.
I don't see how
Now, the point is, nobody will ever be able to testify or even be sure in his own mind where anybody else is at any given moment tonight. And this house, I picked it for the party, not because fools say it's haunted, but because down in the woods, back of the gardens, there's an old rock quarry.
Rock quarry?
Mm-hmm. This house was closed several years ago after the last owner fell into the quarry one night when he was drunk. And that's exactly what's going to happen to Carl tonight. He's going to fall into that quarry while drunk.
Oh, Jerry, no.
Oh, it's so easy a child could manage it. Everyone knows that Carl drinks heavily at every party he goes to. Now, look, you find some way to get him out of the house after he arrives. You'll lead him down the path through the woods toward the quarry. I'll see to it that he goes over the edge.
I couldn't. Oh, I couldn't.
You can and you will. You love me, don't you?
Yes, Jerry, but murder...
But he suspects us already. You know that he's so jealous of you, he'd kill both of us if he could prove what he suspects.
But just the same, I can't. Oh, I can't. I'll do anything you say, Jerry.
Get control of yourself, Helen. We only have another few minutes to make our plans.
No, Jerry, no. I know we planned this. I know we both decided to do it, but now I can't. I love you, Jerry. Oh, I do love you, but this... I didn't know how it would be, and I'm afraid...
Sorry I had to be so rough, but this is no time for hysterics. We've got to go through with it tonight. When Carl arrives...
When Carl arrives, what?
Carl.
How did you get here so quickly, Carl?
You invited me, so I came as quickly as I could. Yet you seem confused that I'm here.
What? Oh, No, I'm just surprised that you made such good time getting out here from town. You only called me 15 minutes ago.
And my wife. Why should my wife seem so frightened at my arrival?
Why, well, I'm not, Carl. I'm just startled at your costume. Yes, it's your costume, that skeleton outfit. It's pretty gruesome.
Gruesome? I think it's most appropriate. You come as a witch, Jerry comes as a devil, and I come as death.
Death?
What do you mean by that? Carl, what are you doing with that gun?
I put it into my pocket before I left the house.
You're drunk.
I was drunk when I started. I'm not drunk now.
Give me that gun. You don't know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing. I know everything now.
Carl, what are you going to do?
When I started, I intended to give this haunted house some new ghosts to haunt it. Real ones.
Jerry, he's going to kill us.
But now I'm only going to take you home with me, darling. You're my wife, and your place is at my side. Jerry tried to steal you as he stole the fortune that I placed in his trust. But I'm not going to let him. I'm going to take you back with me now, and you'll never leave me again.
Keep talking. Hold his attention. I'm going to grab the gun.
Please, listen to me, Carl. You don't understand what
It's you who do not understand. But you will, soon, understand everything.
Understand? Helen, get his gun.
Yes. I've got it.
And find me something to tie him with, quickly. I didn't hit him hard enough to put him out for long. He'll come to in a moment and...
Jerry, what is it? Why are you holding his hand like that?
Feel it.
It's cold. There's no pulse. He's not breathing. Carl's not breathing.
He's dead. Even though I didn't hit him very hard, he's dead. We've got to get rid of his body.
Go any further.
You got to. It's only another 20 yards.
I can't see. It's so dark.
It can't stop now. We were lucky to get him out of the French windows. Across the lawn without being seen. We can't risk somebody stumbling on us. The moon will be coming out again any second. What is it now?
Branch hit me in the face.
Never mind it. The edge of the quarry is just beyond the next turn. Oh, slowly now. Feel your way with your feet. Are you standing on rock now?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Good. You can put his feet down. Carefully now, not too much noise. There, it's done.
We killed him. We're murderers.
Stop saying that.
We are.
He was going to kill us, wasn't he? It was just self-defense. Be careful. Don't move around. The edge of the quarry is directly in front of us. Who's coming out? There, you can see down into it.
So deep.
Deeper, the better. Now get out of my way. I can finish Mr. Carl Donnelly alone. So, up he comes. Under my shoulders. And now, over he goes. Well, it's all over. Except for the gun. Got to get rid of that. If we found it, would look suspicious.
What'll you do with it?
In the middle of the quarry, there's a deep pool. It's going into that. There. It's in the pool. I heard it splash. Now, all we have to do is join the party again and act natural. In a little while, we'll pretend to worry about Carl and start looking for him, but we won't find him. Not tonight.
Act natural. All we have to do is act natural.
Stop it. Stop it, you hear me? You're going to act just as natural as I am because your neck is at stake, too. Unless we give ourselves away, nothing on earth can ever prove we're guilty. Do you hear that? Absolutely nothing on earth. Helen, smile at me. Act act like you're enjoying yourself.
Can't.
You've got to. Talk to me. The last 10 minutes, you've been dancing like a wax dummy.
I keep seeing him falling into that quarry in the moonlight. Down, down, down.
Don't be a fool. That's over and done with. Now we have a new life ahead of us, you and I. Think of that, don't think of him.
I'm trying to, Jerry. I am trying to. But instead, I keep hearing him say he's going to take me home, keep me forever. And I feel as if his hands were still touching me. So cold, the way they were when he grabbed my wrist.
It's got to get your mind off it. Look, come on over and join the gang. But remember, act natural.
Jerry! Oh, Jerry, welcome, boy.
Thanks, Roger. Everybody having a good time?
Oh, it's just too spooky for words. Everybody says it's the most fantastic party they ever heard of, don't they, Jane?
You used that word once, darling.
Oh, you. What's the matter, Helen? Are you still cold?
No, Sally, I'm all right.
Well, darling, you're as white as a sheet, and your hands are colder than a polar bear's nose.
Nothing's the matter with Helen. She's just cold. We were out looking for Carl. He seems to have wandered off somewhere.
Carl, huh? I didn't know he'd ever showed up.
Oh, yes, he came in about an hour ago.
He did? That's funny. We haven't seen a thing of him. I was looking for him, too.
Of course he came in. He's here somewhere.
All right, so he's here somewhere. What of it? Why fly off the handle just because I said I haven't seen him?
Well, because he is here. He's outside somewhere.
All right, then he'll show up soon enough when he gets thirsty again. And speaking of spirits, Jerry, it is almost midnight. Time for that seance you said we were going to be treated to.
Seance?
Oh, well, you said if there really were ghosts around this house, we'd have a seance and make them show themselves.
No.
I don't like the idea either. Let's just forget it and come on, dance some more.
Nope, we want a seance.
no.
We want to see a ghost.
Yeah, we want a seance. We want to see a ghost.
We want a seance. We want to see a ghost.
No, stop it, you hear?
What's eating you, Helen? You're about as much fun tonight as a corpse.
She acts as if she'd seen a ghost already.
Well, Helen's just worried about Carl. All right, I promised you a seance, and we'll have one.
Good.
Now, look, first we have to turn down all the lights, though. Then close all the doors and windows. Then everybody has to sit in a circle and hold hands while I invoke the spirit.
All right, we intend everything. You get your charms ready. Come on, Janie, let's get going. Hey, everybody, we're going to have a seance. Go to
Jerry, you mustn't do this.
I've got to, don't you see? I've got to act natural. I can't do anything that would arouse any suspicion.
Suppose you should really...
Helen, snap out of it. This is all just make-believe, just a game I'm playing to keep those silly fools quiet. No one can materialize ghosts. Look, all I'm going to do is mumble a few nonsensical words and then say it wouldn't work. Now, come on, everybody's waiting.
All ready, Jerry. Lights down, doors closed, everybody in a circle, holding hands. Now, go ahead with the mumbo-jumbo.
Sit here, Helen. Now, silence, please. Silence. No one must move or speak. The circle of clasped hands must not be broken. Is that understood? Then music, organist. Uneasy creatures of the night, the restless dead and all other creatures of the unseen world who may stir abroad only on this one night of the year, hear me and take heed. By Astaroth and Beelzebub and Lucifer I command you. By Israfel and Belial and the dog god Horus I command you. By Isis and Osiris and Telbas the Terrible I command you. If you are present tonight, knock 3 times that we may know. Knock 3 times that we may know.
Did you hear that? Oh, it's just somebody at the door. I'll open it, Jerry. Go.
No, I'll do it. What? Oh, it's you, Judson.
I beg pardon for interrupting, sir, but supper's being served, and as everything is hot...
Thanks, Judson. We'll be in a moment.
Very good, sir.
I'm sorry, folks. The seance seems to be a washout, but anyway, you can all eat now.
If you say eat, leave me to it. If any ghost wants me, you can have me paid.
Oh, Roger, come on, I'm stalled. Oh, Jerry, just a minute.
Yeah?
Helen looks all in. Maybe I better take her outside in the air for just a few minutes.
Thanks, Allie. Look, you go on in with the others. I'll look after Helen. Tell the rest we'll be in a minute.
Well, all right, Jerry, if you'd rather, but she does look awfully pale.
What's the matter with you, Helen? You trying to put both our necks in a noose?
Sorry, Jerry. I was afraid I was going to faint. I'll be all right if I can just have a little air.
Come on outside on the terrace. Here, we can go out through these French windows. Now, sit on the railing and pull yourself together.
Remember, we've still got to go through the motions of hunting for Carl.
Jerry, I keep feeling his hands on my wrist. I keep feeling the touch of his hands and hearing him whisper in my ear that he's going to take me home and keep me with him forever. Jerry!
What is it?
That noise. What's that noise?
Noise? I don't hear any noise except the organ. It started dancing again.
There's somebody coming through the bushes.
Don't be silly. Everybody's inside.
There's someone coming up through the bushes from the woods.
It's just an animal of some kind.
It's not. An animal would be scared away by the noise and the lights. Jerry, there's a man coming from the woods. From the quarry.
You're being hysterical. It's just an animal, I tell you. These woods are full of them.
It's not. Let's... Those footsteps.
They can't be.
They are. They're coming around the side of the house. Jerry, take me in. Take me in quick.
Come on, then. If it's a tramp or a vagrant, we...
Wait a minute, Jerry. Don't run away from me, Helen, my dear.
Carl.
You?
You invited me, Jerry. I came as fast as I could. I hope I'm not too late for a dance with my wife.
How did you get here?
I just came. Come, dear. The music's playing. Just one dance, then I must take you home with me.
You're not dead.
Come, my dear. The music is playing. Just this one dance. Then we must go.
Don't touch me.
Surely you're not afraid of me, my own loving wife. Come, we'll dance, and then we'll go.
Jerry, do something. Don't let him touch me. Carl, you're choking me. Jerry.
I'm here, and I found a rock big enough to fire. You dirty... Now you're dead. Now you're dead for good. I slipped up before, but not this time.
Jerry was trying to kill me. He was choking me.
Somebody inside might hear you. You can't give way now. We've got to get rid of her.
I can't go through with that again. Jerry, his fingers in my throat. So cold.
You've got to face it. Obviously, he was only unconscious when we thought he was dead, and he was so thoroughly soaked with alcohol that the fall into the quarry didn't even hurt him. He must have recovered and climbed out somehow without knowing what had happened and came back. That's what happened. That's what must have happened. But he won't come back again.
I couldn't go through those woods to the quarry now.
You don't have to. We'd be seen. Gotta think of something else. I have it. Where's Carl's car?
His car?
Yes, Carl's green roadster.
I don't know. I don't see it.
It should be over there, parked with all the others. He certainly came in it.
It isn't there.
Then we'll have to use my sedan. It's down there at the end of the terrace. Go on, open the rear door.
What are you going to do?
You'll see, quick. I can lift him all right, but I can't carry him very far. Hurry. Have you got it open yet?
Yes, Jerry.
Good. There. Now get in the front seat. Do as I tell you. We haven't any time to waste. Come on, get in.
But Jerry,
It'll cost me the car, but it'll be worth it.
His hands on my neck. So cold. So cold.
For Pete's sake, stop it. Oh, do you think my nerves can stand you sniveling? Do you think I like this?
Don't
stop it, I say.
Sorry, Jerry. But with him in the seat behind us,
He won't be there long.
what are you going to do with him?
There's a blind curve up ahead a ways. A deep ravine alongside it. Half a dozen cars have gone in there in the last 10 years.
Yes, I remember.
I'm going to stop the car there. We're going to get out and prop him up behind the wheel. Then I'll start the car and send it over the edge. We'll tell the police we found him wandering around drunk and we took him for a drive to sober him up. But he insisted that we get out and let him drive, and he got so violent that we had to. And then he lost control of the car.
Will they believe you?
I don't know, but they won't be able to prove anything if they don't.
Aren't we there yet, Jerry? Aren't we almost there?
Almost. Just another mile.
I keep thinking that I hear him moving behind us. I keep thinking hands are reaching for me. So cold.
I know. I'm not blaming you, but hold on to yourself. In another 5 minutes, we'll be forever rid of Carl Donnelly.
Did you call me then, Jerry?
Carl.
Yes, Jerry. I heard you call me. You and Helen. So I came.
You're not alive still. You're not. You can't be.
My wife has fainted. You tend to her. I'll come up front with you and drive.
Stay where you are. You're dead, you hear? You're dead.
I'll drive, Jerry. Move over, please, so I can climb in behind the wheel.
No. No, you're dead.
That's right. Move over and make room for me.
Don't. Get back. Stay away from me.
Just a moment now, and I'll take the wheel.
No.
There. Now I'll do the driving. I know where I want to go, and you don't. I'm driving my wife home now, so we must go faster. And faster. And faster.
Stop it! Stop it, Carl! You'll kill us all!
But my wife, I must get her home. Faster.
Slow down. I'll do anything you want. I'll surrender to the police. I'll tell them I embezzled the money you gave me power of attorney over. I'll tell them anything if you'll only slow down.
I can't slow down. I'm taking my wife home now. Faster.
Look out! It's the blind curve. The ravine's on the other side of it. We'll never make it.
Faster. Faster.
Look out!
Hello? Hello, Sergeant Myers? This is Johnson reporting. Yeah, again. It's been a busy night. It's a sedan this time. Went over the edge at Blind Curve a little while after midnight. The dashboard clock stopped at 12:25. That's right. I found it 20 minutes ago. 2 people in it, a man and a woman. Yeah, both of them. Worst case I've seen yet. Car must have been doing 90 when it went over. And looked as if it had been driven over purposely, too. And say, Sarge, there's a couple of funny angles to the crash. I mean, peculiar, sort of eerie. One is they were both in costume, like that other stiff we picked up earlier tonight. Uh-huh. A witch's costume and a devil's suit. But get this, Sarge. The sedan landed smack on top of that green roadster I reported before. You know, the one we hauled that other guy in a masquerade costume out of. The one in the skeleton suit that gave him such a turn at the morgue when we left him there around 10 o'clock. Yeah, the one we identified 3 hours ago as Carl Donnelly.
You have just listened to Chapter 8 of Dark Destiny, a series of dramas about those unfortunate ones among us whose lives are doomed from the beginning, who travel by strange and terrible roads to meet their destinies. Tonight's story, Masquerade, originated in the studios of Station WOR. Written by Robert Arthur and David Cogan, it was produced by Jack Johnstone. Featured on tonight's program were Carl Eastman as Jerry and Elspeth Eric as Helen. Next Saturday night at 8, you will hear a story.
You say Anne's been dead for a month? But that's impossible. It couldn't be. Well, you must be wrong. Because Anne and I were married yesterday.
What's that? A man with a phantom wife? Listen to the next chapter of Dark Destiny, a story titled Till Death Do Us Part. Bob Shepard speaking. This is Mutual.
It's intermission time at the Bah Ghoulie Show. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for some hot popcorn? As about your favorite soft drinks, which are sparkling cold. And there's all kinds of candy to tempt you. It's radio time, folks. Enjoy the rest of the program. During the intermission, our radio show brings to you a cartoon for the record. We now return you to our radio show.
We bring you The Witch's Tale, written and produced by Alonzo Dean Cole. And now let us join old Nancy and Satan, her wise black cat.
Hannah and 11-year-old I be today. Yes, sir, Hannah and 11-year-old. Well, Satan, if folks will just douse out them lights now, we'll be getting down to business. We want it dark and cheerful for our pretty little yarn. Draw up to the fire and gaze into the embers. Gaze into them deep, and soon you'll see a dusty road way down in South America in the wilds of the Argentine. On that road begins our tale of the wonderful bottle. The wonderful bottle.
There's another signpost, Matt. We're only 100 miles from Buenos Aires now.
You'll never be able to walk it, kid. Why, the soles is all worn from your shoes, and them feet of yours are bleeding.
I'll walk it. I've got to. The hike will be easier now. Think of the load that's off my mind. I don't have to worry any longer as to whether my shoes will hold out.
When two guys are as down and out as we are, they don't really have to worry about anything. God. And we left the States to seek our fortune in the Argentine. Fortune. Ah!
We certainly haven't found it, have we? But maybe we'll strike something in Buenos Aires that'll put us on our feet again.
If you can stand on your feet when we get there. Kid, you simply got to bust into that $50 you have and buy a pair of shoes.
Oh, I can't do that, Matt. That 50 is every cent I've been able to scrape together in the last 3 months. It's got to go home to my folks. They need it terribly.
I suppose you don't need it.
Oh, I'm young. They're old. I really owe it to them. Matt, you don't know how they scraped and saved in order to help me work my way through college. And now they've been taking care of Eva since her parents died because, well, simply because they know she's going to marry me someday. Nearly drives me crazy to think $50 is all I have to send them.
And it drives me nuts to be tramping across country bumming meals when you have money pinned inside your shirt. If that dough has got to go to your folks, get an express order and send it to them, for the love of Mike.
Well, I can't until we get to Buenos Aires. That's where they think I'm doing so well in my own business. If I sent them a money order from anywhere else, Matt, they might suspect the truth.
Ah, but your own way. I think you're a darn fool, but I kind of envy you at that. Must be nice having folks and a girl like that Eva you're so crazy about. I ain't got nothing. Never had.
I'm lucky, aren't I, Matt?
Yeah. God, I'm hungry.
So am I. It's been a long time since our last meal.
About 36 hours, that's all. Say, kid, take a look behind them trees.
Gee, what a beautiful house.
There ought to be some odd jobs we could do in a place like this to earn a dinner.
Oh, we'll soon find out. Here's the entrance gate, Matt. Come on.
I'm right behind you.
What's that?
An old Spanish woman back there on the road.
She's calling to us, Matt.
She's a servant on the place, I suppose, who wants to tell us no bums allowed inside the ground.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Well, we've been kicked out of better places than this. Come on.
I'm coming.
All right, all right. Don't get excited. Can't you see we're coming out?
Matt, I don't think she's trying to bawl us out.
Oh, what is she doing then? You understand the Spanish lingo.
I'll ask her. ¿Qué dice usted, señora?
Gracias a Dios. Con este al momento de salvarles de una situación peligrosa.
Matt, she says she saved us from great danger.
Danger? What danger?
¿De qué se trata, señora?
Si son entrados por la puerta de esta casa, habían destituidas almas inmortales.
Señora! She says if we'd gone to that house, we'd have lost our immortal souls.
Lost our souls?
Se construía esa casa por la diabla.
She says that house was built by the devil.
By the...
Oh, you're joking, señora. I mean, usted hace broma.
No. El viejo que vive a la esoriada del diablo. Si habían ido a ese puerto, le vendería una botella que le mandaría a infierno.
She says the man who lives there is a servant of hell. That if we'd gone to that door, he'd have tried to sell us something that would damn us forever.
Well, if that ain't the craziest yarn I ever heard.
She must be a little mad to tell us a story such as that.
If she ain't giving us a bum's rush, let's go back and try for a meal.
She's not a servant in that house. I'll thank her for advice first. Accepte usted la expresión de ma profunda gratitud, señora. Tenga que irme ahora. Adiós.
No, ustedes son americanos. Todos como creo. Si van a esa casa, se construyen maquillosa.
She says if we go to that door, we'll regret it.
Bunk, come on.
I'm coming. Adios, señora.
Senor.
Oh, go fly a kite.
Oh, don't talk to her like that, Matt. People down here are very superstitious. She probably believes the crazy yarn she told us.
Well, if the devil built that house, I'll say he's a good architect. It's the swellest joint I've seen in South America.
Must be great to have a place like that to live in. Instead of being like us.
Wonder if we'll ever sleep inside a house again.
Matt, someone's opening the door.
An old guy's coming out. To tell us to beat it, I suppose.
Oh, I suppose so.
I bid you welcome to my house, senor.
Huh? Is he talking to us?
May I invite you gentlemen to have dinner at my table?
Dinner?
Us?
Of course, senor.
Jeff!
Matt!
We're dreaming!
At last our luck has changed.
I overheard your remarks, senor. In meeting me, you soon will find that your luck indeed has changed.
Oh, gee, senor, you've been wonderful to
Oh,
us.
no, senor.
Oh, well, we're nothing but a pair of ragged tramps. Yet you've served us a wonderful dinner, shown us about this beautiful house. Treated us as though we were gentlemen.
It has been great happiness to have you here. No one ever comes to visit me, and I am very lonely.
No one ever comes to visit you?
No one. And as you perhaps have noticed, I have not even servants.
I've been wondering who does the work in this big place of yours.
I am about to speak of that. I saw you talking to one of my countrywomen on the road outside. She may have told you tales of me. Did she tell you tales of me, senor?
The old woman told us a lot of superstitious bunk, if that's what you're driving at.
You Americanos are not superstitious, as are the people of my country. You do not believe in the devil whom she told you was my master.
My pal and I haven't much faith in anything right now.
You have been very unfortunate in South America.
I'll say we have.
Yet you, my young friend, say you have in your possession $50.
Well, you asked if we were absolutely penniless, senor, and as you'd been so generous, I thought it only fair to explain my exact situation.
Your principles do you honor. What would you say if in exchange for that $50, I offer you a house as beautiful as this? If I offer you wealth, power, women, anything your heart desires?
I don't understand you.
Yes, you're not trying to get us into believing what that old lady said was true.
No, I am not trying to jest with you, senor. Excuse me, I want to show you something I keep in this closet. This, my young friend, is what you may buy with your $50.
That? For $50?
Why, that's just a glass bottle.
But not an ordinary glass bottle. Here, take it in your hand.
Certainly, if you wish me to.
What? Holy... Hey, how'd you make it to that?
Matt.
Well, the thing leaped right out of my finger.
And returned to mine because I am its owner.
Let me see you do that trick again.
It was not a trick. But I would show you something more worthy of the powers of this bottle. Is there something you wish for very much, senor? Something you consider impossible to attain?
What are you driving at with all this?
You soon shall see. You, my young friend, tell me what you wish most. Come, no matter how impossible, tell me what you wish.
I wish to hear the voice of someone at home. The voice of Eva.
Listen. I wish you to hear the voice of Eva.
Matt!
God, is that?
Yes! It's Eva's voice! I've heard her singing that song 1,000 times. But it can't be Eva. She's in California, thousands of miles away.
Shall I wish her to stand within this room that you may see her?
No. I want you to have nothing more to do with her. Stop that voice I hear. Stop it.
Very well. I wish you to hear the voice no longer. How did you do that? Who?
What are you?
I am merely the owner of this bottle, and whoever is its master can have each wish come true. I will sell you this wonderful bottle for only $50.
What are you trying to put over? We ain't kids who believe in fairy tales.
Some fairy tales are truths, senor. Truths that have been forgotten in the centuries of time. Thousands of years ago, this bottle came from hell. An emperor owned it who conquered the world. He sold it to another who became the wealthiest of men. He sold it to another who...
You mean to say if that bottle granted wishes, anyone will dispose of it?
Its owner must dispose of it before death. This bottle will cure sickness, but it will not prolong life. And whoever dies possessing it must burn in hell forever. I am old. You see why I must sell it before it is too late. You must buy from me, senor. You must. My neighbors fear me. They warn strangers from my door, as you have seen. I'm afraid to go away and seek a buyer, for I might meet accident upon the road and die while I still own it. You may be my final chance, senor. Give me your $50 for this mastery of life. You are young. You too can sell when you grow old. Senor, I beg.
Is this some new kind of confidence game, Jeff?
No, I swear.
Since you were so anxious to get rid of this wonderful bottle, senor, why must you sell it? And for just the sum you know I have.
It cannot be given away, and it can neither be destroyed or lost. That is its law. It must be sold, and for less than its purchaser paid. So its price has dropped through the ages. You see the danger were I to sell too cheap. Someday a buyer cannot sell. Please buy. I swear it will give all I say.
Oh, we've heard enough of this bunk. Let's get out of here, Jack.
Oh, no, wait. You do not believe. You think I would cheat you with a trick? Look, give me your $50. Take the bottle. Say, I buy. Then wish your money back into your hand. If you do not find it there, I say no more.
Oh, really? I don't
want... Go on, Jeff. See what happens since he puts it that way. I'll see you get your 50 back.
Well, if it's only to see...
Good. Give me your money. Say, I buy.
Here. I buy.
Ha! The bottle is yours.
It doesn't jump away now.
Wish for your money back, kid, as he said.
Yes, I wish for... The money's in my hand.
Thought is quicker than words.
The thing's on the level.
Good Lord, I believe it's his.
And you bought it. You own it.
And I am free at last to die in peace. Now you will have each wish fulfilled. Now you will bear each curse that follows.
Curse?
Wait and see. You own the wonderful bottle now. You own the wonderful bottle.
Satan, if these folks wants to hear the rest of our little yarn, they got to come see us next time I has a birthday.
We bring you The Witch's Tale, written and produced by Alonzo Dean Cole. And now let us join old Nancy and Satan, her wise black cat.
105-year-old I be today. Yes, sir, 105-year-old. And now, if you just douse out them lights, Satan and me'll spin you the finish of that little yarn we started last time. We told you how a couple young American fellas down in Argentina met an old Spaniard who sold one of them a magic bottle that grants its owners every wish. That bottle was made by the devil. And anyone who owns it must get rid of it afore he dies, or he'll burn in hell's fire forever. The bottle can't be destroyed or lost, but it can be sold for less than the seller paid for it. Now draw up to the fire and gaze into the embers. Gaze into them deep and hear some more about the wonderful bottle. The wonderful bottle.
I can't get over it, Jeff. As impossible as it seems, that darn bottle does everything that old spaniel said it would. Boy, here we sit in the best hotel in Buenos Aires, with swell clothes up on our backs, and pockets full of money, and all you've done is wish.
Yes, but I'll be glad to get on that boat tomorrow. That's going to take us back to Frisco. See, I'm just crazy to see my folks in Eva.
You can see 'em, here and now, if you wish.
Yes, I know, but I don't want the bottle to have anything to do with them directly, Matt. If there is a curse goes with it, I want it to be just mine.
Oh, forget about that curse business the old guy spoke of. Nothing but good has happened yet, has it? When you wished yourself into all you can think of, you just sell that bottle to me.
You're going to get it pretty soon. There isn't much more I'll want now I have the house I wished for.
That was the darndest thing, you finding that old letter from your folks when you got here saying how they struck oil on their farm and had bought just the very house you'd wished for.
Yes. Everything I wished in a home they described as parts of the one they'd bought.
Oh, that ain't really your home, though. It's your parents'.
Well, whatever belongs to one belongs to all with my family.
Yeah, but you wish for a place for just you and this Eva kid.
Yes, I did. Matt, I'm going to sell you this bottle now if you want it. I'm afraid of it somehow.
What's the matter, kid?
Oh, I don't know, only I just want to get rid of it.
All right. Only got $40 change. Is that all right?
Yes. Take it. Say, I buy.
I buy. Stays in my hands now. Oh, boy, what I'm going to...
Well, there's someone at the door.
I'll see who it is. Cablegram for you, Jeff.
Oh, thanks.
What does it say? More good news from your family?
It's from Eva. It says... Father and Mother killed last night. I wished a house for Eva and me.
God. There is a curse goes with this bottle. Jeff, it's a sight for sore eyes seeing you again. Why, it's been over a year since you left me in Buenos Aires.
Yes. Come inside the house, Matt.
Thanks. This is a swell place you got here. Where's the little woman? I'm dying to meet her.
Eva and I aren't married yet.
Not married yet?
No, that's the reason I cabled you to come here.
I don't get you.
Matt, have you still got the bottle?
No.
It's gone?
Yeah. Wished myself $1 million and a private yacht. Then sold it to a Portuguese for $30. I was scared to keep it.
Do you know where it is now? Do you know where I can find the man you sold it to? That's why I sent for you, Matt. I've got to find that bottle.
What for?
I'll show you.
Why are you tearing off your shirt?
So you can see why I haven't married. Why I won't even go near the girl I love. Why you can see why I don't leave this house. So you can see another curse of that bottle. Look at my back. Yes. The spot of a leper. A leper. Help me find the bottle, Matt. It's my only hope. My only cure. Do you think it's that place we're going, Matt?
I hope so, kid. Don't lose your nerve.
We've searched so long. 3 years. And everywhere we find it sold again with misery left behind.
Yeah. All the other folks who tried to get things easy just like us have found it don't work out.
There's no shortcut to happiness.
Hang on to me, kid. I ain't so used to going without eyes yet.
Curse had to hit you, too. But if the bottle's where we're going, Matt, it will bring back your sight as well as cure my... Don't hold my hand so tight. Even through these gloves, my scourge may reach.
Oh, forget it. I ain't afraid.
Oh, gee, you've been great to me. Keeping me with you on your boat. Away from people who'd send me to some island all alone.
Ain't no reason to send you away. You're more afraid of hurting folks than they are of being hurt. And here in China, there's thousands worse than you.
Yes, I can walk the streets here. My kind are common. Oh, here we are, Matt. This is where the woman lives. The Dutchman said he sold the bottle to.
Lead me to the door, kid.
Here. Now, I'll stand back. She only has it. She'll only sell it to us.
She'll sell just as we did. Just as we'll want to sell again.
Now, make sure she has it. Get it from her quick. She's an English woman, the Dutchman said. You can talk to her, Matt. You buy and I'll buy from you. Make her sell it to you. Make her.
Quiet, Jeff. Someone's coming.
What do you want?
Does a Mrs. Duncan live here?
I am Mrs. Duncan.
I've come about a bottle.
You will buy it from me? You will buy it? The cursed bottle?
Yes.
Thank God. I'll bring it to you. Wait.
You see, kid? No one wants it long.
I can go home to Eva soon. To Eva.
You know its law?
Yes. What is its price?
You'll buy even when I tell you?
Oh, yes.
I paid 6 cents. Now the price is 5.
5 cents.
Don't hesitate, Matt. 5. The price to me will be 4.
Oh, think, Jeff. Soon it can be sold no more.
I don't care. If I burn in hell forever, I've got to have that bottle. 5.
Here. I buy.
Oh, I'm free again. Thank God.
was awfully good of you to come, Matt.
Gosh, Eva, when you or the kids send for me, I'm always Johnny on the spot.
Jeff will always be a kid to you.
I shouldn't wonder. Kind of hard to realize he's getting along same as me. Lord, you and him's been married 10 years now.
Yes, it's 10 years since you brought him back from China. Yours. I want to talk to you about that tonight. That's why I asked you to come while he's away. To ask your help. Matt, Jeff is dying.
What are you talking about? He's as well as I am.
No, he's dying of fear.
Eva, that kid ain't afraid of
He's
anything.
afraid of death. Of death which would separate him and me forever.
What are you talking about?
I've learned about the bottle.
The bottle?
Yes. Jeff told me about it when he came home from South America. When he sailed with you around the world, I knew it was the bottle for which he sought. And, of course, I knew you found it. You are no longer blind. But it was not till yesterday I learned he still possessed it, that he cannot get rid of it.
He told you?
No, I found it where he thinks it's safely hidden.
Oh, but Eva, how could you know it was the bottle?
There can only be one that leaks from every hand except its owner's. Someone must buy that thing from Jeff. What did he pay for it?
You know it's law?
Yes.
He paid 4 cents to me.
Then he must sell for free.
And the next buyer pays for 2.
And after that, one can buy but cannot sell.
Yes.
Matt, I want you to buy and sell to me.
No.
You must. To save Jeff's life, his reason.
You think he'd accept a sacrifice from you?
But he mustn't know.
I won't do it.
Oh, Matt, please. You're all I have to go to. Listen to me. It won't be a sacrifice. I'll sell the bottle.
You can't.
Wait. The opportunities aren't as few as you think. Here, a cent is the lowest coin, but in other countries, they are smaller. I'll find another buyer, Matt. I have one now. Yes, Matt, honestly, I have a buyer now.
I ain't just saying
Oh,
that.
no, I swear. I'll swear by anything you say. Only get that bottle from Jeff. Oh, Matt, I love him. I've got to save him. Say you'll get it from him. Please.
All right. I don't know much about women. I hope you ain't lying to me.
Jeff, darling, you mustn't blame Matt. I made him do it by lies, deceit.
Oh, I don't blame Matt, dear. I should have known when I let him take the bottle from my hands. But he said he needed it, and only its owner can profit by its powers. He swore he had a buyer who would save him from its curse. I might have suspected his buyer could be no one but you.
I never thought you'd find it out.
You forget that whenever the bottle grants a favor, it exacts a punishment as well. This time its curse was knowledge. Knowledge that you had become its possessor, perhaps the last, who will pay its final price. Oh, Eva, did you think it would be easier for me to know in life and after death that you suffered torment in my place? Did you think our separation would be easier than if it were I who paid alone?
But there may be no hell of torment. If there is a power of evil, no just God would let it punish so.
The power of evil was the creator of that bottle, which can neither be destroyed nor lost. And there is justice in punishment. For always the bottle has been bought for selfish ends, by someone who wished to find an easy way. That's how it came to me, how I employed it. Even you were selfish in buying it for love. I am selfish now again, as I thrust this penny in your hand and say, I buy.
Yes, take it back.
No, the bottle is mine again, and you are free.
I did not consent. It can't be bought that way.
It can. It stays within my hand.
That's because you are my husband. We are one. You can have no possession I do not share, no punishment that is not mine as well. See, I too can hold the flask.
Oh.
I am its owner as well as you.
Eva.
What do we care? Earth, heaven, or hell, we'll be together. One forever.
Yes, I love you. What does it matter? Who's there?
You have a bottle. I have come to buy.
A buyer, Jeff. I'll let him in.
It comes too late. I am the last purchaser. I paid a single cent.
I have brought smaller currency than that. Give me the bottle. I buy.
What have you given me?
A grain of sand.
Who are you? I can't see you well.
Your eyes. You seem only a voice in a cloud of mist.
Who are you?
One stronger than evil and selfishness. One with the strength of love.
Yes, God.
The last purchaser.
And that's why you don't see no more wishing bottles round these days. Too bad. They was handy in a pinch, long as you weren't the last to buy.
Thanks for watching the Bah Ghoulie Show by OTR Halloween Holidaze. This is Waddle the Duck saying check out Channel Watchwaddle for some fun cartoons with no static.
Ah!